we were saying, I think we can.
Welcome back to MCM Outdoors. Thank you for clicking on this video. And it's a bit of a lads bushcrafty type camp stroke, loads of beers in the bag. So it's a beer drinking session in this glorious weather. It's really sunny. We're here with Tony, Gary, Phil, Ant, Leon and Rick that we're going to be meeting a little bit further up. So fantastic weather, couldn't have got better. Ridiculously heavy packs, nice food, and it's going to be a good laugh this one, so stick with it until the end. So here we are, got the DD XL pyramid tent set up nicely here, nice pitch, I'm happy with it. Inside here, which we're going to see shortly, is the Solo Mesh Inner. Nice breathable mesh. It's a really hot day today, unseasonably warm. We've got Phil a little bit higher up with an A-frame tarp and a hammock. We've got Tony again, A-frame, and he's setting his hammock up there with Ant. We got Leon in the tent. What tent is it again, Leon? OEX Jackal 3 with Leon, and we've got Gary on the top. Gary on the top, give us a wave. Setting up his tarp. So we're all done. We're waiting for Rick, who will be meandering on the tops and joining us when he arrives. So here's the inside. If you watched the previous video, it's a lovely mesh inner. A lot of room there for one person. You possibly get two in at a squeeze, and then we've got a massive porch, so vestibule. You can sit up, it's nice and tall at the apex, and yeah, it's a nice bit of kit. Packs down small, easy to pitch, and it's lightweight. What we're going to do now is fly around and have a little chat with everyone on this one and find out what setup they're using and what gear they're using. We'll have a quick tour.
Look at the nuts. There's a double knot, a shoelace knot.
Right, Gary. A nice lofty vantage point from up here, mate.
I like looking down on people.
Gary's set up there. Hammock, underquilt, bug mesh. Nice little tarp set up with the relaxing sound of the brook. Superb, that, innit?
A beautiful spot.
It's going to be a cracking camp.
I'm really looking forward to it. Cracking place.
You'll have a good sleep here, mate.
Yeah.
Good sleep indeed.
Definitely.
Right, I'm going to keep whizzing round, mate, and pissing everyone off.
Nice
R6, Phil.
Hello.
What are we in? The A-frame setup, mate?
Yep.
Hammock?
Hammock, cheap hammers and hammock. You don't have to spend a lot of money, do you?
No. I like this setup here, mate.
We'll be cooking up a nice curry in that later.
Nice curry.
That's the plan.
You got your beers chilling in the brook.
Just put them beers down there.
I like this cooking setup, mate. You're on the Trangia,
yeah.
Trangia burner.
That's the old
oh God.
BP stove.
Have some of that.
And surround that matches the Alp kit coat.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Right, speak to you in a bit. Oh, he's making making the final touches, Leon.
Yeah.
To the Jackal. I've not seen this before, but I like that. Nice, the mesh pole sleeves, nice addition. I mean, Ant and Leon, I've slept in this. Yeah. I'm going to link that above, so I'm going to drop a card for that camp. There you go. Nice. Jackal 3. It's got a nice vestibule in there. You can easily sleep 3. It's a tunnel tent with this gothic arch pole design. You know, it comes to a point. So it's a nice bit of kit. And it's budget friendly, this. It's got a nice 5,000mm hydrostatic head fly sheet. Really easy to set up with 2 poles, so it's a great little family tent as well. You know, if you're taking your kids out this summer, you're having a bit of a staycation, this would be a great tent to consider for that. And they're at a decent price as well, so look out online. Mr. survived the night. He's gone from hammock to plough point.
Yeah.
Plough point config.
Yeah.
There's a bit too much girth on that tree, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit too much. So we're going to do that. I think last time I come up, I had a different hammock setup. It was longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So, but hey, make things work, don't we?
Yeah. Adapt, improvise, and overcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Back in here, I think.
There's a nice bit of shade under there as well, and if it was chucking it down, we could all get under there with a broom. This is a 3x3 metre tarp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just shows you, yeah, if you play around with your tarps, how much usable space, if you're creative. And this plough point allows for a lot of space underneath and shelter too, so you know, get a fair few under there.
Yeah, it's decent size, isn't it?
If we move round, there's my setup, which you've seen, and you'll see a bit more throughout this video. And here's Mr. Noble. Tell us about your setup, Tony.
Under my DD Superlight tarp.
Yeah.
Hammock under blanket. So yeah, all dead easy.
Spot on, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
And we're all looking really cool in our buffs, look. You know, you get the best views on this channel. Not only the views for the countryside, you get to see us middle-aged cool dudes wearing buffs and sunglasses.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Tony's got the flip-up version for ultra
This
cool.
is how cool this is.
Yeah, so you know,
Come on.
you only get this on MCM Outdoors. So all the cooking on this trip is being done with this tiny little thing. It's by Bushcraft Essentials, and it's a Bushbox Ultralight, and it's a tiny little frame basically, which slots together, and you have a Metz burner which is housed in here, which just yeah, it's a nice relaxing way to cook. You don't have the roaring sound of gas. You can just listen to the ambient sounds, in this case the lovely brook. And that sums up the beauty of cooking up on a methylated spirit stove. Yeah, it's a bit slower, but when you're out here in places like this, you're not in a rush and it doesn't really make a sound, so it's just a really nice, peaceful and relaxing way of cooking on your camping trips, and the fuel is relatively cheap to get yourself some meth. So yeah, I'm enjoying using this. So it wouldn't be right not to include Gary's alcoholic drink reviews. What are we on here, Gaz?
So today we're on Jack Daniels with Tennessee apple.
And what's it like on the nose, mate?
Appley.
Anything else?
Jack Daniels.
Yep.
Jack Daniels.
You got a nose for this?
It's sweet.
And on the palate, mate, on the palate.
You having a go on you now, Tony?
Yeah, it was having it your chair, mate.
No, it's yours, that man.
I've never seen
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That. Yep.
that. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for that. Considering I'm off the beer. Yeah.
We all just throw. We'll get there and we all throw 20 or 40 quid at pot. And then we just use the pot then. While we all go in.
So it's time for the evening meal. Just been chewing the fat with the boys, couple of beers, having a bit of a laugh. Really good. Trying out some firelighting techniques, which you'll see on the other lads' videos if you watch theirs. And yeah, there's some curlew over the top there, and we've been listening to them. It's been really nice. So yeah, I think it's about time to have something to eat. Now the sun has dropped down below that bank, so it's getting pretty chilly. So I'm going to put another jacket on soon. But yeah, pretty hungry. Had a few beers and a good laugh, and tea time. So this one is inspired by another guy whose videos are fantastic up in Scotland, Stripey Hat Guy. He makes great vids, and I saw him eating this on one of his recent camps. It's just a bit of smoked cooked sausage, which I'm going to fry up with a nice courgette, and we're going to chuck some egg fried rice in as well. So it's a nice different meal. We've got the little hard anodised frying pan from Trangia, a little bit of oil to put in, but yeah, we're going to get this chopped up and sizzling away. Obviously the thing with meths is not anywhere near as efficient as obviously a gas stove, but it's a nice, like I say, simple and cheap way of cooking. And when there's no wind on an evening like this, it's actually almost therapeutic using a meths burner. So there we go, topped up with meths. Make sure I don't mix that up with the red wine later. So really cheap and simple, just a bit of sliced courgette and one of these pre-cooked smoked sausages. I'm going to fry that off and then add some rice to it just to bulk it up a bit, and that'll keep us going for a bit. So we get the stove lit. So that is just about done. I'm going to take it over to the lads and eat it over there. But fantastic, simple meal, very, very cheap. Cost just over £1 for everything really, so I'm pleased with that. It's going to be nice and filling. Yeah, let's go and enjoy it.
So Christopher's eating these courgettes and pork sausage. He does like pork sausage with rice. It's a particular favourite of Chris's. Is it nice?
It's reasonably healthy for me, that, yeah. So I'm going to eat it in peace and stop breathing in for the camera.
Lovely.
So you can see behind us, camp is bustling. It's a hive of activity. We've all had our evening meals. Everyone's nice and full, fed and watered. We've got a few more beers, a couple of bottles of red between us, and yeah, we're just going to swap stories around the campfire. We've brought most of this wood in with us, and we've sourced some dead wood. Got to make sure that when you come to places, you're not chopping down anything living, and you make the point of finding sustainable bits which are, you know, dead and lying down on the ground. You've got to look after these places. I mean, that goes for anywhere, it goes without saying, but yeah, just like to labour the point every now and again. But that's it. I will speak to you periodically throughout the rest of the evening. I'm going to get the lanterns on shortly as we lose the light, and probably swap some spooky tales around the campfire.
Oh yeah, we've got to have them in.
And lots of other things that we can't put on YouTube because we just get sectioned or something like that. So but another beer courtesy of Gary.
Thank you, sir.
This bit of a collab here, Gary. It's a cross between the Hazy Jade and some kind of guava, yeah. So we'll get into that. There's some strange hissing noises coming from behind me. Leon's blowing up his inflatable sheep. So yeah, here we go. It's a nice fruity number. Oh mate, that really is nice.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of like black curranty. It's like guava.
Oh.
It's really weird. Tastes like what it says on the can. I don't know how they do that, like, but yeah. There we go. I'm not sure what time it is. We had a good night, good laugh, good few beers, bit of wine, nice snacks, and yeah, it's a cloudless sky, so the temperature has very much dropped. So it is time to say good night and draw a close to this brilliant day. I will hopefully, if we're still alive in the morning after what we've drunk today, see you in the morning. So yeah, good night. So it was a good night in this shelter. It's nice and versatile. Two parts to it, the outer, which you're looking at, and the mesh inner, which you can just use as a standalone shelter on warm nights. Just keep the bugs and biting insects away from you. But it was nice and comfortable. You get a very usable vestibule. Yeah, it's a 70 litre pack. So, you know, with a bit more organisation, you can do everything, cook in here, sit up in here. Nice bit of kit. But sadly, it's time to leave this environment behind, get packed away and get off the hill. Some lovely light coming through this glade where we're at. As you can see, with the exception of Tony's tripod, we've well, there's no trace left. Some flattened ground, and that is it. The fire pit has always been in this location. Rick has been coming here since he was a lad. There's always been a fire pit here, stone lined. What we're going to do is, when we're finished, get a bit of water from the brook and make sure it's fully doused and not burning, still underground. Just important, and I'm talking about that because we're coming up to the warmer months, and in environments like this, any fires can have devastating consequences for wildlife and the economy and farming and everything like that. I like to think it's common sense, but yeah, I've just thought I'd mention it. Time to get the pack on, say goodbye and head off. But it's been a cracking camp, really enjoyed myself, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. Right, just a quick goodbye. Rick, another good camp.
Hey, brilliant.
Good one.
Good to meet you again.
Yeah,
good to get out with you again, eh?
We need to get up to the mountains next, don't we, and have a session in the mountains, mate.
As soon as this calf muscle's right,
yeah, we'll do that.
But yeah, it'd be nice to get up there with you.
Billy, another good camp.
Oh, he's had a great.
There you go, look at that.
He's had a great time.
Nice to meet you again. He had a lovely steak last night, didn't he?
You've been well fed, haven't you?
Yeah. Good camp, Ant.
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, fantastic.
Good memories there.
Yeah, something different in it with
yeah.
the play point configuration. So
put the world to right. Bit of stargazing.
Yeah.
Satellite watching.
Yeah.
Leon,
good.
likewise, another good camp, mate.
Absolutely superb.
You were nice and cosy in your tent last night.
Absolutely.
Good one. We'll have another one soon.
Definitely.
Sure, mate.
Noble.
All good, guys.
Good camp, mate.
Good as
Nice little hammock dangle.
Yeah, it's good.
A few beers. Good fun.
Always good to be out, mate.
We'll be out in the lakes in a couple of weeks' time, me and Tony.
Yeah.
So stand by for that one.
Another one done.
Yeah. Phil. Good camp, mate.
Excellent.
More good memories made.
That was absolutely perfect.
Bit of wine.
Conditions.
Yeah.
Perfect company.
I look at the weather again today. Yeah. And Gary, he's off battling in the hills again today.
Yeah.
Hey, he's back off to the lakes. Well, yeah. You're off.
Camp though.
Yeah, good camp. And you're off for a hammock camp, aren't you?
Yeah.
This man is hardcore. He's going from one camp to the Lake District, and he's heading up to the dizzying heights of Wasdale in his hammock. So yeah, good to see you again, mate, and thanks again for those beers. So yeah, that is it. I'm not going to do the usual walking off shots to leave you with, but we've had a great time. Again, important just to say, always leave no trace if you're coming to do this. You know the score, you know the drill, that's it. If you've enjoyed it, just give it a quick thumbs up. If you watch it on a TV, I know it's a bit more difficult, but if you could just do that, it'd be absolutely great. And if you want to come and join the Facebook group, All these great lads are in it as well. Great friendly bunch, like-minded outdoor enthusiasts. Come along and join it and get some tips and share your pictures of doing the things we all love to do. And I always say this, but let's get our little ones off the screens, out into the great outdoors. Let's teach them all about this, the next generation, how to look after it and enjoy it. So I'll see you on the next one, and take care.